estimated that more than half of all colorectal cancer cases could be prevented by receiving a colonoscopy regularly. A colonoscopy reduces deaths from colorectal cancer by 60 to 70%. If you have a doctor's order, call Wayne Surgeons to schedule your colonoscopy at 937-547-0107. Again, that's 937-547-0107. Hi, I'm Ryan Berry. Welcome to darkcountymedia.com Extra, another edition of this show where we have been featuring some of the events that are taking place this summer. Last week we had on Annie Oakley Festival. The week before we had the Dark County Food Truck Rally. And this week we are having the Gathering at Garst, another outstanding event that is happening this summer, and it's actually coming up this weekend. And we invite you to join with us. And we'll be out there, the darkcountymedia.com Extra crew, which includes the Early Bird and the Daily Advocate. We will have a booth out there. We invite you to stop by and see us. With us today is Katie Gabbard. She is part of the committee for Gathering at Garst, and she's going to share with us what's going on, what year this is for the gathering, and how much it has grown over the years. So welcome to the show, Katie. And as we were looking it up right before, this is the 9th year. Yeah, it's kind of funny how quickly time goes by. It seems like even though everything has gone smoother and smoother every year that we have this, it just seems like we just started it last year. But right. We're in the 9th year, so it's I guess a testament to how well it goes. 9 years of this, and you look back and you see where it started and where it is today, and it has grown big time over the years. Yeah, and I think in smart ways. We didn't jump into adding like a bunch of different features each and every year. You know, we would set up committees and say like, okay, this year we want to do an art exhibition, and so like one committee was set up to do that, and that was the element that we added, and so we made sure that we did that really well, and then so that's now under our belt, and then we can move on to other things. But yeah, we have a lot going on. And actually, the Early Bird had the tab this week, the special section, and your mom, Jenny Clark, who's the president of the Gathering at Garst, she had a special thing on the volunteers. And you have a great group of volunteers, but you could always use more, correct? Yes, absolutely. We have a really great core group of volunteers. Many of the people in our group have been there since the very beginning. We work like a well-oiled machine, but we always take on new volunteers. And actually, the day of the event, if you just want to volunteer that day, you can always get in touch with us, and you can sign up for like 2-hour shifts, scooping ice cream or whatever, you know. So, right. But yeah, the more the merrier. So you don't have to attend all the meetings. Yes. You can just show up and help out. Let you guys know, and you'll find a place for somebody. Oh yeah, absolutely. So it could be just the day of, not meeting after meeting after meeting. Absolutely. But yeah, and I've seen your volunteers around the grounds, and they're always working, always got something going on, and they've done a great job of putting this together. Yes. One of my favorite areas, I guess, is the encampment area. Let's talk about the encampment, because that just takes us back to a time early on in Greenville's history. Yeah. And it's a wonderful area. Yeah, I think it's a great reflection of the like literal history that we have in Greenville with the forts, the treaty signing. It's all very relatable, and the reenactors that come and fill that whole area down there. It's actually where the park district is down below. It's a Prairie Ridge Meadow is what it's called, correct? It is. Yes. And they fill that up with merchants, tradesmen, all historically correct, and then a lot of people that just camp for the weekend. And it looks like it would be an enjoyable time, and I'm sure that it is, but never sign me up for camping down there. Camping into the tents and everything. There's no air conditioning. There's no bug spray. Like, they are just in it because they love it. They do their campfires out in front. Yeah, they do all of that. Yeah. You'll go around, and I think I've seen them throwing axes and knives and everything else, doing their little competitions with that. Yeah. So a lot of fun down there. You can learn a lot down there. Yes. Even about Greenville's history. I mean, you have the council house that is right there.
Yeah.
You have, I forget what the big pavilion is called, but
the Bowery House.
The Bowery House.
Uh-huh.
You have that right there, and there's always somebody there talking about the history. And
Yeah.
Greenville has a great history. And as a matter of fact, just last week we saw the Little Turtle history over on the Little Island.
Yeah.
So we're always reminded of the history of Greenville, and again, that is a great place to learn it. And the funnest thing, I guess, that probably gets the biggest reaction is the cannon firings.
Oh, yeah. Boom. yeah. It is. So we'll have that all through Saturday and Sunday this year, too. They'll be firing on the hour. And so I can't remember when the first cannon firing starts, but you'll know.
And it's neat just to watch because they give the history right before they do the firing also, and then you'll know it is the top of the hour when you hear the cannons firing. So that's a lot of fun over there. Moving over, you have a couple of different shopping areas. You have the one that goes down the length, and then you also have the one that circles around the museum. Vendors, a lot of different artisans there this year.
We always really try hard to get a good selection, a diverse array of different artists and makers there. So we have people that do wood carving, we have people that make soaps, do jewelry, weaving, just all kinds of things. People that just they do plants, or they do they source vintage things and antiques to offer. So we try to make it a good, interesting mix.
And it's a quality kind of a thing too.
It is.
It's not, you're not going to go in there and just find junk. You're going to find good quality merchandise from artisans and others that are there in those areas.
Absolutely, we really try to make that a top priority. In addition to those merchants, we'll also have the artists exhibit, which is going to be comprised of 10 area artists coming in from up north, from down around Dayton. I think we have somebody coming from Indianapolis. So those are all more in the realm of fine artists. We have painters, coppersmiths, weavers, really cool what they'll be able to share with us. So they'll be there as well.
And this has become a tradition. The artist area has become a tradition.
Yeah.
Wasn't there probably not so much at the first one, but over the years, this is one of those that was added.
I think this is probably the third year for it.
Right. And people can purchase works from the artists there.
Yeah. In fact, I like to mention this when you're there at the gathering. When you see things, if you're thinking ahead to Christmas or anything, get stuff, buy it.
Right.
Like if you support these artists and vendors, they'll be able to come back next year. That's if they don't make any money, they're not going to be coming back around. So, like, if you're not going to get something for yourself, be thinking about birthdays and holidays and things. And it's a great way to get something that you're just not going to see every day.
Or just something for yourself, home decor. A lot of that there.
Yeah.
You also have the Last Chance Mercantile.
Oh yes.
And that has some antique, one-of-a-kind treasures in there.
Yeah, and things that pertain to Greenville. The Last Chance Mercantile, it goes on Saturday and Sunday during the event hours. And what the inventory is comprised of is donations that people have made to the Garst Museum for the Mercantile, not for exhibits within the museum, but the Mercantile sells the items, and all of those funds go back to the Garst Museum. So you get some really, really great stuff. I've kind of looked over the things that they've accumulated so far. It's going to be a nice mix.
Awesome. Can't wait to go take a look at it.
Yeah.
And then again, even though this is at the Garst Museum grounds, I guess we should note that if you want to go through the museum, you still have to pay the charge to go through the museum. Yeah,
regular admission applies, but they will be open both Saturday and Sunday.
So, and actually the museum is something to behold. For a community this size, to have the exhibits that it has with Annie Oakley, Lowell Thomas, the beginning of Greenville, Fort Greenville. One of my favorites is probably the military room, and to see all the different uniforms and and those that have from Darke County that have participated. I think we've even had a Air Force One pilot that is featured up there as well. The first female Apache pilot was from this area. So always worth going through Garst Museum, and anything we can do to help out Garst and keep it going is wonderful. So so we've gone through some of the vendors and stuff. We have one other area of, I guess, food and drink. So the food vendors, you always have a great lineup of food vendors.
Yep, this year's going to be just the same with great food vendors. We have Nacho Pig, the Merchant House, Mom and Paul's Kettle Corn, Knights of Columbus. I don't remember their name, but they're a family that comes, I believe, from Florida, and they sell Greek food every year. They're great. So, but yeah, a whole bunch. I'm not even mentioning all of them.
So those are there. A lot of local ones there that you mentioned, the Merchant House, Nacho Pig, and Knights of Columbus. Very good local ones. And it's always good to support local vendors. And we'll support the Greek from Florida too. Because that sounds really good. But the other area that came into being either a couple of years ago, I guess it's been now, is the Lewis and Clark Tavern.
Yes, the Trailside Tavern. Oh yes, and it every year by popular demand, it's grown larger and larger, and this year is going to be the same. And I wrote down for all those taking notes who's going to be there. We have beer from Warped Wing, from Tailspin, from Moeller Brew Barn, and then we have 3 local wineries participating: A&R Winery, Kennedy Vineyards, and Versailles Winery.
Great.
So and each one of the breweries has a big menu of things that they're bringing. And I believe Tailspin, they are bringing 2 kegs of a beer that they're making in very limited release. So we're getting 2 of something that's, I guess, highly desirable.
So come by Friday, or come by, not quite Friday, but come by Saturday.
Yes.
Stand in line on Friday so you can get it on Saturday.
There you go.
But come in on Saturday early and try that out and see what they have. But great local brewers and the wineries also. So we're supporting local people still.
We are.
And that is awesome with what the gathering is doing. They're supporting the local artists, supporting local vendors. And so it's great. Now, one of the biggest things for the gathering, and that's probably been since the very beginning, has been the entertainment. And you've had a lot of great acts that have come through over the years. This year's no different. Who's your big one, and who are some of the other ones, and then who's the headliner?
So we have Saturday and Sunday both a full roster of musicians. Shannon Clark and the Sugar, if you know of him, he's going to be busy because he goes up and sings and shakes his tail off, and he's also in charge of Nacho Pig. So he's a man of many talents. So he's going to be there. A lot of great musicians, but our headlining concert that starts at 8 o'clock on Saturday is the Buzz Ford Show featuring the American Kings. And I've never heard them, but from what people say, they are wonderful, and they have quite a following. So I think that they're going to have quite a few groupies. Awesome. And I'm all for that.
Absolutely. And it sounds like an interesting show because it's not just concert. It sounds like it's more of an American bandstand kind of event. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Can't wait to see it. And that was a quick 15 minutes, but our time is up, and I appreciate you coming in and telling us what's going on over at the gathering this week. This weekend, because I'm sure it's going to be a lot of fun. I'll be out there. The Early Bird and the Daily Advocate will be out there. So drop by our booth and come and see us. And we'd love to see you. And keep looking in both papers for stories on the event, as well as our social media sites, because we put a lot of pictures up of just about everything. So those will be on our site as well. Thank you for watching. and have a great week.
Are you looking for a new family medicine provider? Look no further than Union City Medical Center. They have 2 locations to better serve you and your family in Union City and Greenville. Dr. Roy Harvey and Patricia Sutter, family nurse practitioner, accept walk-ins, provide DOT physicals, and see pediatric patients. For more information on how Union City Medical Center can help you, call 937-968-7416. That's 937-968-7416.